Electroids, welcome back to the channel, and today we are here with In Your Veins. Again, just as a reminder, my current microphone is really broken. I might be saying this for a while, but I'm super excited to get started, so let's do In Your Veins. Tell me, Duke Swan, who are you? Gavin, I am a he-him. The wind whips bitterly, stinging my cheeks. Winter will soon arrive as I await her herald with the fall of the first snow. But the world has been holding its breath, an endless dark sky shrouding the countryside. Suppressing a shiver, I trek over the hillside, legs aching for a break, but we're getting close to our destination. Pulling out the tattered map from where it's crumpled up in my pocket, I glance around the moorland to see just how much further. Arden, scout ahead! Oh, that's Arden? Wow, he looks amazing. I glance behind me, looking for my ever-present follower. They brush a lock of dark hair out from their face with a talon and a nod. Dark raven-like wings shift from under their cloak and they hunch over, letting them free. Taken to the sky as the harpy lets out a croaky sound, wings whooshing in the cold wind. I follow their path until they're only a speck in the distance. Katya. Oh, that looks amazing! I don't know who this person is, but they must have hand-drawn everything, and that is awesome. Katya comes up behind me, chin tilted up as she follows the dark shape of them through the skies. And how can you be so sure they'll come back? Because they always do. She lets out a quiet hum, which I can never tell which side of approving it conveys. Pulling a fine-tooth pearl-encrusted comb from her pocket, she attempts to fix her hair, a fruitless task in this wind. Arden returns as expected, not too long later. Temple's 10 minutes north away. As the raven flies, if in the wind, I want to get down. They tilt their head for thinking a moment. 20 minutes. I finish stretching and sling my pack higher on my shoulder. I can carry that further. I can handle it. I start walking in the direction they point, but notice we're one member short. Cassius! Oh wow! Again, I just have to compliment. I think everything here is like hand-drawn, and I just have to say this is awesome! This is awesome, and I love it, and it's amazing. Wow, oh my god. Cassius looks up from the ground where he's resting, watching me from behind hooded eyelids. Let's ask him to get up. Time to go, we can't rest forever. He rolled his eyes. You could do a little trick of yours if you really wanted to be on my feet, you know. I don't want this to be difficult. Going to the temple was your idea. Would you call it a temple? I would call it a catacomb. There are many bodies laid to rest there. I doubt they are doing any resting. Even in death, the goddess Ira Ray demands their servitude. Can you please just follow? Don't be stubborn. I don't want to be out here longer than we have to. He finally rises and watches me the whole time. Why? It's not like it's getting any darker. I don't respond to that and continue the journey, leading the party northward. Temples have catacombs beneath them. They're sanctified to keep necromancers from controlling the corpses of Iray's dead faithful and corrupting them. They are servants of hers alone in life and death. Oh my god, a sanctioned undead corruption around. Is that in your monster hunting handbook? Graveyards are fair game for the slaughter of the monsters, but not the bowels of the cathedral. It's politics. It's politics. Let the temples deal with their own problems and don't make more enemies than you have to. Not that it'll help me now. What we're about to do is sacrilegious, you know. What you're about to do, dear, our existence is sacrilegious to the Templars. Fun. I'm about to drag you through the holiest hall. I shake my head and march on. So I'm guessing we're like on some sort of like mission or something to like maybe find a treasure, maybe learn more. I'm curious to see what's going on. Just as Arden said, in about 20 minutes we arrived at the rusted doors to the temple. It's built partially into the cliffside, the towering mountains dwarfing us, reaching high into the ever-dark sky. So far from the cities. Some temples take a pilgrimage out here. It's a final resting place of the one who started their order. I step up to the doors, ornate gold spiraling across the heavy wood. I place my hand against it, feeling the prick of magic running through it. This sounds like something D&D would do. It reacts with the rune-marked glyphs that are etched into my wristbands, protecting me against magic. They're given to all who train under House of Dukes law. I've received this pair this year finished. I press hard against the wood and the magic shimmers and shatters as I break the spell. The doors are open with a rumble that shakes the very ground. No sneaking our way in. We're hardly settled. I pull my crossbow from my back and march forward, the others following after. The doors close behind us with an ominous slam. Oh my god, this looks amazing! Is this hand-painted, hand-drawn? I don't know, but it looks amazing. I hope they're not using AI. And if they're not, oh my god, this is amazing. It's a massive cathedral in front of us. There are pews lining the aisle and a stained glass window stands above the pedestal. It depicts an armor-clad knight with large feathered wings behind them, and light behind their head in a sunburst. Who is that? They hop on one of the pews, spreading out their own dark-coloured wings comparing the two. St. Mirren. They founded the Sun Templars. And apparently they were Ira Ray's lover. A rumour, nothing more. Their love for her was in worship, not lust. Arden sweeps eyes across the floor, a moment before tucking their wings away. Oh! What the hell was that? Anyways, I lead us through the cathedral, finding a staircase at the catacombs beneath. I strike a match against them, and with the torch lighting it up, passing it off to Arden to hold, I ready my crossbow and kick open the door. The Guardians are there, as I expected. In death, the Sun Templars' final duty is guarding the holiest places. The heavy armour they wore in life still donning their skeletal bodies, the hollow eyes filled with glittering gems, and heads encased in a helmet of gold. They draw their blades ready to defend. I fire a bolt, knocking the gem loose and reload to fire a second. Katya steps up next to me. I landly wave of her hand. Dark shadows of the room suddenly twist around them and yank them forward, where they melt into the darkness. Arden flies upwards holding a torch in metallic, illuminating the dark categories to give me better line of sight. I crack the blunt edge of the crossbow against one of the skeleton jaws, knocking the entire head loose. As I'm loading another bolt, I glance to Cassius, who is waiting at the doorway. What are you waiting for? Kill them! They're already dead, they can't get killed. You know what I mean, as dead as you are, but this is not dead at all, considering you're walking and talking. I'm not dead. I exist in a state between life and death. You think a monster hunter would know that. He speaks so casually, as another brings a massive sword down on him, and he grabs their wrist, throwing it against the nearest pillar. Shh, I need to focus. I make a shot to the furthest in the room, and it falls into a helpless heap on the floor. I yank a bolt out of a nearby corpse, add it into the back of the quivered on my hip. It's so cute when you get one. I know you're not trying to flirt with me surrounded by corpses. I'm only making an observation. I've raised hounds before. To get them to start barking, the best thing is unmuzzle. Well, I don't think we should go that far. Flashes his fangs at the tips of his head. Wouldn't get on using these. Not helpful in every battle. Your fangs wouldn't have pierced through bone. His eyes trail to my throat. I shifted across the catacombs, rows and rows of tombs. The guardians rest when they're not defending the cathedral. I peer into one of the empty caskets. A velvet-lined tomb for a creature who doesn't have skin. What the hell was that? Arden is picking gemstones off another tomb and pocketing them. Doing a bit of grave robbing, are we? Too pretty to be stuck down here. But it's a good way to get cursed as a bird. Born that way, can't get worse. You don't know half the curses I do. Curses are dark magic, Templars won't allow it. The money spent here could feed half the villages in the country. I feel a bubble of anger rise in my throat. People are starving, and it's the dead that get the royal treatment. Oh, but did those people consider giving up their lives for the Sun Templars? This place should be stripped. And all it's sold and given back to the people. But how will poor Ira feel to the full extent of her worship? I reach down and grab a large gemstone out of the eye socket of a skeleton! Oh my god, that must have hurt. That must have really hurt. If you're wondering why I'm speaking in a British accent, it's just because I feel like it makes sense for this situation. It gleams a rich red. I pocket it. Arden nods approvingly. I get to the back of the chamber and push open the final doors. There's a massive tomb that stands imposingly on a pedestal, and an ever-burning flame flourishes in each brazier that brackets it. Final resting place of Saint Mirren. And our objective? I step into the room, one foot after the other. Be careful. Their voice echoes in the hollow chamber, bouncing off the stone walls. I stop just before the tomb, feeling the slight shake of nerves in my hand, and I ball them into a fist to make it stop. And you're sure it's here? I glance over my shoulder where Cassius is leaning against me. Would I lead you astray? Turning back to the tomb, the outline of St. Marine is carved along the outside of the tomb. Feather details are carefully engraved. This was a labor of love that they never thought to see. I reach for the tomb. Oh wow, what the heck is happening? Okay. It was a dark, rainy evening when we approached the castle. It was a long ride to get there, and I smelled my horse splashing in my mind. It's been a few weeks since the darkness came. It blanketed the skies. The Vanquisher first began to reform. His legions of evil now spread across the countryside, and I, as in the House of Dukeswan, have to do whatever it takes to stop him and return the light to the land. And that includes putting help with the vampire lord. Well, looks like the vampire's castle. I'm certain this is the place. All my readings detect an unusually powerful undead aura in the area. And you're sure it's not a hold? There would be multiple weak readings if it were. Arden climbs down, having ridden on my back of my horse. They ruffle their feathers, sending rain droplets scattering. Hate the wet. Maybe he has a nice warm fire inside, and will invite us in for dinner. That's what all good vampires lords do, right? She stays astride her horse, untouched by the rain as a magical spell permeates around her to keep the rain off. I head up the long, winding trail of the castle, Arden following cautiously behind. The imposing gate stands in front of me as I draw my crossbow. Take a deep breath, seeing what happens to brass islands against the floor. Pointing my crossbow up to the rafters, there's a dark shape above us. Get back to the horses, Arden. I don't want to leave you. I wasn't asking. Go. I take off, and I keep my crossbow pointed at the battlements as I step inside the gates. My voice rings out in the darkness. I'm not here to kill you! I come in peace! There's a voice that appears behind me before I can react. The crossbow looks very peaceful. The bolts are not sealed with wooden stakes. What would they do against you? I press the bullet to his chest. As I turn around, he stands there above me, eyes glowing in the darkness. nervous Phantom House, Duke Sworn. Don't be foolish enough to think you can trick me. I am a Duke Sworn, but if I'm meant to accept, we need your help. My help for the monster hunters in the heads. You know what's happened. He glances skyward. And you think I care? An unending darkness is the dream of any vampire. I raise my hands above my head and sink down to my knees. I come to you begging for your help. I wouldn't have come if I didn't mean it. Please. In a flash, he's back in front of me, looking down, eyes heavily lidded. Now, isn't this interesting? You're quite pretty from this angle, you know. House of Duke Sworn shows a good one to send him flying gates. I look up at him with pleading eyes. You know that you've collected knowledge of ancient artifacts. We need to stop Barasil, whatever it takes. There's a rumor of old stories of Templars about Ira Ray and her last fight. I spoke with interest, recognition. You need the equal. You know what this is. He reaches out, a slender thing that helps him much. At that moment, I lunge forward, putting out a corner of my was tucked into the back of my shirt. His eyes grow wide as it slips around his throat. His fingers dig beneath it, trying to pull it off. He snarls, face twisting with rage. He lunges for me, snapping right from my throat, but he can't break the barrier of my skin. I just stand there as he tries, his claws attempting to burrow into my abdomen. Finished? What did you do? Protection collar. You can't lay a finger on me. You think you can collar a vampire lord? I don't think. I did. Oh, didn't you have to do that? We're not going to force him to his knees. Let's just apologize and explain. I'm sorry. It had to be done. His fingers claw at it as he shoots me a dirty look. You're sorry. I can't trust you won't try to hurt me. For my help! Yes. Help us find the equal of Ira Ray, and help me and my companions fight against Barasil, and never harm us. You think I'll agree to that? Your tricks might protect you, but it doesn't stop my free will. What do I get in return? You will be helping save the world. You were a mortal once that has to count for something. Then, if everything is consumed by the forces of darkness, there won't be anything left for you to eat. Fine, help you, but you have to remove the collar. Don't mistake me for naive. I know what you're capable of. I wish this could be different, but I have to protect myself. There's a funny look that crosses his face as it takes me. He really looks at me. Well, doesn't it really suit me? He looks a little too into this, given the circumstances. Maybe a little bit. Looking for the equal symbols. And what exactly do you plan on doing with that? Oh, we're back. Okay, so we got the backstory, so that's how we got this man here. My hand touches the cold stone of the tomb. It shudders beneath my touch, and the grinding of stone rings through the chamber as it opens. There's no body in the tomb. Instead, there's a sealed, ornately decorated golden vessel. I take it in, both hands staring down at it. Arden steps forward nervously. Are you sure? Has to be me. It would burn the rest of you to ash. Okay, so evil forces. I have no idea how old we are, but we're trying to be a hero. We have to stop the darkness. Vampire lords, witches. This is crazy. Quietly, I reflect on whether there's a reason the House of Duke Sworn permitted me to travel with 3 monster creatures. None of them could risk taking the equal for themselves. You're playing a dangerous game, dear. I can't wait to watch the last drops of the blood of Ira down a mortal's gullet. What if it kills you? Vericel is going to kill us if we don't try. I uncork the equal, and just as I'm about to reach it to my lips, I catch Cassius's eyes across the room. He watches enwrapped, anticipatory attention. I raise it to a toast to him for a moment before drinking the golden liquid. It burns! It's a slow burn, like the way whiskey drains down the throat. It begins to grow, hotter. I clutch my throat, the drug falling from my hands, it's shattering across the splintered floor. Gasping for air, Auden begins to rush to me. I try to get the blood out, but the heat bubbles through me. It spread through my whole body, the burning, the fire. I feel it pumping through my veins. I can see it growing inside my skin, like widows nick through the map of my body. I took a full breath, coughing and wheezing before getting to my feet. The heat still pumps within me, but with it, there's a strength, power, everything is sharper, brighter. I can feel it air pressing into my skin, and the memory of all the travels in the cathedral, squeezing and shut, shaking into a sensation. It is harder than my blood, and possibly alive to stop the vein pressure. First, now that he's returned, it's a chance to meet again. I feel it's the best chance to see us meet again. Only one other illusion I've ever drank. Therefore, now I'm saying number two. What do you feel? Powerful. You'll need to be. You're growing. You reach out as if to touch everything better of it. I look down, a faint glow still shimmering from the surface of my skin. Satisfied, my information is correct. I'm not done with you yet. I hope not. Gives me a twisted smirk. Not so different from me now, are you? That critters in my stomach is painful. I suppose the heavy doors behind us. I see that the stained glass mirror is active. Alright everyone, I hope you guys liked today's episode. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button. Don't forget to comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Mwah.